Hello friends, welcome to my channel Sushant Chesswise. Today we are at the next topic, that is the middle game positions explained, and we are at the 8th position of our topic. So we have a position here with white to play. We can already see that white is very well developed and he is already into the middle game, and he is aiming at the squares near the king. F7, E7, D8, all squares are under attack. Queen attacks the e6 square. So white immediately starts looking at attacking moves. The moves which come to mind are one, queen f3. Queen attacks f7, the queen attacks the a8 rook. Many players like this move and they think that instantly it's winning for white. It's a good move. After queen f3 there is castle. When we see that queen into a8 is very risky, because after queen a8 there will be bb7. The queen is attacked by the rook, and if queen into f8 is played, then king f8. So well, we got two rooks for the queen, but then it's not a clearly winning position. There will be a lot of play left. And after the queen comes to a7, then there is the move rook a8, trapping the queen on a7, when queen a8 would be forced. So white will have to do after queen f3 castle bh6 and take the f8 rook. He will get an exchange there. After bb7, bishop attacks the queen, and we will say that although it's a good position, but there is no instant win in that. White was of course looking for a more clearer win here. He sensed that the square f7 is really weak, king is in the center, something should happen quickly. So he looked into the more forceful moves like rook f7. So let's go into the lines after rook f7. After rook f7, if the rook is not taken, then queen e6 is threat and rook e7 check is threatened. So it's forced to take the rook. So king into f7, and now rook f1 check. The other rook joins the attack forcefully, and white is able to get a forced win in all lines. We will look at all the lines which are possible. There are three king moves. King can go to e8, king can go to g8, and king can go to g7. And there is one knight move to f6. So four moves in all. So after rf7, kf7, rook f1 check. If knight f6, then rook f6 check. Already white got knight and pawn for his rook, and soon he is able to deliver mate. After the king goes to e8, we can see that there is a rook on f6. So rook into e6 check, bishop e6, queen e6, forcing the king to go to f8. When we see the bishop and queen's mating pattern, bishop comes to h6. Although here it's not a mate, queen g7 is possible, but white has queen f6 check, correcting the queen on g7 for free. Let's play the moves and see. Rook f7, king takes f7, rook f1 check, the new piece joins the attack, knight f6, rook takes f6 check, king e8. After king g8, white can do bishop g6, hg, rook g6, which is winning, or he can play the move rook e6 there also. Rook e6 check, bishop takes e6, queen takes e6 check, king f8. Usually this is a typical mating pattern with queen and bishop. The king is caught up. Here there is a defense possible, qg7, but white can take the queen for free with the move queen f6 check, king g8, then qg7 mates. So king e8 forced, and now bishop takes g7. Queen is kept on the f6 square. Soon we will mate him with the move bishop f4. Bishop a4 check directly was also very strong. Let's look at the other lines now. After rook into f7, king f7, rook f1 check. If king goes to e8, then queen takes e6 and it mates instantly. Similar is rook f7, kf7, rook f1, kg8, to which again queen e6 check, king g7 and queen f7 mates. So rf7, kf7, rook f1 check, ke8, queen e6 checkmate. If king moves to g8, then queen e6 check still, kg7 and queen f7 checkmates. Rook f7 would mate in two moves. What white had to see before sacrificing the rook on f7 is the main line. Rook f7, king f7, rook f1 check, king g7. There it looks like white has to play the slow move queen e6 when black can get some defensive possibilities. But white had seen the first sequence of moves after kg7. After kg7 comes bishop h6 check, extracting the king out. King takes h6 first. If kg8 then qe6 mates. And after king h6 there are again two ways of winning. I saw the move queen h4, kg7, queen e7 check, king h6, and white is not really interested in repeating the moves. He goes for the rook lift. The rook is moved away and it goes to the other file which is called rook lift. So the rook is coming to f3 and there is no defense to rook h3 mate. After the only try g5, we see that rook h3 still mates because king can't go to g6 because of the bishop on c2. Let's play the moves quickly and see. Rook f7, kf7, rook f1 check, kg7, bh6 check, king h6, qh4 check, kg7, queen e7 check, kh6, rook f3, and now no defense to the mate on h3. So perhaps g5 first, g5 then still rook h3 mates, g6 is guarded by the bishop, king h5, then also rook h3 check wins, king g4 when qh4 mates. In the game, white played after king h6 the move rook f7. And then also he won quickly because he is threatening qh4 check. So after kh6, rook f7, white had actually two threats. One qh4 mate, and now when black played qd8, white used the weakness of g6 and played the move rook h7 check. And black is mated in both the lines. After king h7, queen takes g6 checkmate. After rook h7, also queen g6 checkmates, and white wins. So after rook f7 we can say that white's attack was decisive. I hope you are finding these lessons useful. Do like, share and subscribe the channel. Thanks for your time.